Hello. Can anybody see me or hear me? Anybody can see me? Okay. What about now? Just give it 5 minutes and I want to set this properly if you can see me. This audio is really funny. It looks really dark. Okay. Okay, I don't know. And right now I could see there's one person watching and I don't know if it works, and when I'm listening to myself it has a really funny pulse. I think I will try to remove the microphone. Just remove the microphone and test it again. Okay. So now without microphone, let's see how the audio sounds like. Okay, just 2 seconds. Wow. Okay, without microphone it's really a lot better. So now I'm just testing, see how this looks like. Maybe now, 1 second. The camera looks really high at the moment. Turn it a bit lower. What about now? Now you guys could probably see I'm in my new filming area. It's actually in our bedroom, and behind me we bought a new IKEA shelf and I tried to fill it up. It's still a lot of work to do, but right now it's okay. And I could see from my laptop. Okay, my camera is not straight, but today it has to be just this way. I'm using my iPad to film it. Maybe I could turn my camera a bit lower. Wait 1 second. Okay. How about now? And I don't know if you guys could see me properly or hear me properly. It's a completely unprofessional live stream. My second one. Actually, I did last one on Thursday last week. Unfortunately, I was using a test version of Wirecast, and you guys who saw that really short video, it keeps making sounds like it is a demonstration of Wirecast. So I can't really use it because every few seconds it gives that voice. And today it's the second try of live stream. If this works, and I'll probably do once a week, every Thursday, to do a mukbang, just a quick mukbang video every Thursday, if this works. And today I'm using my iPad to film with a Live Now app. I wanted to use my microphone, which is a Rode mini microphone, but it gives a really loud noise. and now I'm just filming without the microphone and using directly the microphone in the iPad. It looks fine. Okay, now I see there are 3 people watching, and my bedroom is messy. Actually trying to clean it up, but this corner I'm going to clean it up as well and fill up the back, and in the future I'll probably film a few videos here, like my monthly favorites or mukbang videos, anything, or just talk to you guys. It will be a bit better. The old place in our dining room, and behind me is a huge window and give lots of noise and sunlight distract when I'm filming, so this will be a new place. That's awesome, thanks Strong. Actually someone's talking to me, I could see from a live chat, that's awesome. So okay, so everything testing I guess works. My camera functioniert, so function. Now I'm speaking German, and my microphone works. So now here I have my tea, and the real topic today is a simple mukbang video, and I'm going to first drink a little bit of my fruit tea, and here is my tofu salad. It looks pretty small, but I made a huge ball of it. I thought it looks a bit nicer, simply because it looks a bit nicer in a glass plate. And these are tofu. It's called a bai ye in Chinese. So they are pressed tofu, and when you buy them, they are stuck together. And you have to cut them and break them to smaller pieces like these. They are looking like noodles now. And I also putting a bit of enoki mushroom. I don't know why they take the Japanese name, and in Chinese it's like a golden needle mushrooms, because they look really long and really look like a golden needle. And I'll put the recipe after the mukbang video. I filmed it actually this morning, and it took about 5 to 10 minutes to make. It's completely vegan, if you're into vegan recipe. And last Thursday I made a similar recipe, but using soy sauce and vinegar, Chinese vinegar dressing. And today I'm making sesame paste with sesame oil, so everything's sesame. And you can use the same sauce for all kind of vegetables, tofu. That's what I can think of right now. So okay, I'll give it a try. Okay, still only 2 people. Okay, guten Appetit. The dressing is a lot sweeter than I thought. Try the mushroom, because this time I just use hot water to rinse the tofu really quickly, so right now it's slightly a bit too hard. If you cook it in the boiling water for 10 seconds, then it would turn a lot softer. Maybe it has a better texture, but this will work as well. Tastes okay. And my mushrooms. Tastes good. A bit too sweet, but it's okay. So right now is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll probably do this mukbang for about an hour. And I'll probably finish this really quickly anyway. So, okay. If it's 8 a.m., I would guess it's probably in North America. Thanks, John. So, I'll put the recipe after this mukbang with all the ingredients and steps you'll be able to see and be able to make it. So, about last week, just recently I was quite active on one of the YouTube community. So you can, it's like a beta version of a YouTube service for YouTubers, and still not many people on it, but you always get really good advices and suggestions, as well as updates on all the events. So last week they had an event on live stream, and the person said live stream is going to be the next big thing in internet, if that makes sense. So I thought I could give it a try as well. Where is Nova Scotia? My geography is really bad. Where is that? Halifax. I have to look for my iPhone to check it where it is. Or maybe you can send me a link and then I'll check that out. So for you guys, I know you guys right now just drawn and another person, so 2 people. If you don't know, my name is E, and I know it sounds weird. It's pretty close to the letter E, and in Chinese it means bird's wings. So you need that when you want to fly. I guess that's why my parents gave me that name. Anyway, and I'm living in Deutschland, Germany, in Karlsruhe. So it's a pretty small city. I don't know how many people is living here, but because my husband is working here, we moved here about a year ago. Canada. Okay. Is Canada has the same time zone like California? I have no idea. I just know 6 hours difference between here, Deutschland, and New York, and probably 9 hours difference from California. In Canada, I don't really know if it's the same time zone, but I assume. Right now here is midday, lunchtime, and in North America it's morning. So good morning everyone, and good day everybody. And so back to the topic. So I thought I'm going to do some live streams as well. I've seen people doing that for mukbang. Mukbang was kind of originally started in Korea for live stream, so people actually watching live, and I thought it might work for my channel. Okay. That's interesting. So at this stage, I'm still trying to figure out which camera I'm going to use, which microphone I'm going to use for live streaming, as well as what time I'm going to do a live stream. And right now, for me it's perfect because it's lunchtime. It's perfect time for me to do a mukbang. But I don't know. I know in China it's about 3 and then 8 hours. I have no idea. I think it's 8 hours differences, and it's probably in the evening, so they could see me as well. I know so many people are doing live stream. It's crazy, but I don't know if this is gonna work, because for now I could see it's 2 people, so I don't know if it's actually going to work. But I'll keep doing this for probably 2 to 3 months to see if it actually work, if worth the effort. But doing live stream is really a lot easier as a regular video, because I don't have to cut and don't have to think about the angle, etc., because it's camera just sitting here. Maybe in the future I'll do 2 cameras if I'm going to cook a live stream, but at this stage I'm just going to do 1. And I don't know if you guys know it or not. For YouTubers who have had 1,000 subscribers, they can do super chat, so people can donate. And for YouTubers who have had more than 10,000 subscribers, they will be able to just simply use their phone to do live stream. And I only have 600, so I'm using the really old original way to use an app on my iPad to be able to live stream. I know I should try it, but I don't know if there's any other better times than right now, because I could probably do a bit later in the afternoon, but then I wouldn't be able to do a mukbang. I would probably do a cooking or something else, or just chit chat. And then in the evening my husband is coming back, then I wouldn't be able to film anything anyway. And if it's earlier in the morning, then you guys are still sleeping, and in the morning I always like to do a little bit writing or responding to my messages, watch some YouTube videos, so that time is already passed really quickly. Anyway, so let me just try to finish this quickly. So right now this live stream solution is completely free. I'm using an app called Live Now. I find for now it's the best for me. Sorry, too much stuff in my mouth. I tried Wirecast, and it's not really free, and I need to use my laptop. Then I have to connect a proper camera, and I don't want to invest in another webcam for just doing a couple of live streams every week. So right now I'm going to stick with this for a couple of months and see if really attract lots of traffic and viewers. Then I'm probably going to expand on that, do probably 2 cameras, then some more professional softwares, but for now it's good. So where are my most viewers? I would say in North America, so from The States, I'll probably get 60-70% of all my views, and Canada probably 10%. Deutschland, I get probably 20% as well. How much in total already? And the rest is a bit of from Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, or this Asian regions. Philippines a lot. Australia as well a little bit, and the rest. So I say North America the most, and then a little bit of Europe and a little bit Asia, if that makes sense. I don't know, I think it's common for most of English speaking channels to have a huge amount of viewers from North America, and just slightly a little bit from Asia, from a couple of Asian countries who speak English as well. Okay, so I will figure that out. I have no rush. I have plenty of time to make my videos and live stream. And recently I got this idea to make not too much, just maybe. So when I have time, so a bit of extra time, I will start a Etsy shop. I know it's not very common in Deutschland or in Europe, but it seems like a pretty huge thing among YouTubers, especially in North America, and people handcraft stuff for sale. And there is a section called Home and Living. People also make cookies, chocolates, and stuff. And I haven't seen any shop owners selling Chinese pastries. I have no idea if it worked, but it is a huge thing in China. If you familiar, so in China there is no Facebook, Twitter, etc. People use WeChat, and instead of simply as a chatting tool, it's also a platform where people are just selling stuff, and selling pastry is one of the hugest thing. So people bake, mostly women, bake pastries, cookies, cakes from home, and they sell to friends and families, sometimes to people they don't even know, through WeChat. And there's a couple of pastries which is really easy to ship. It's not going to break like cake. You might mess it up while shipping, but these pastries are pretty hard, and I could just put them in the box and could ship them. I think within Europe have no problem, and I don't know if I'm going to ship to the US and Canada. So for now, maybe tomorrow I will make a video on how to make these pastries, and take a couple of pictures, nicely photoshopped pictures, and upload them to Etsy shops and try to sell them. See if they work. I know it sounds interesting, and a lot of people making cookies or simply really pretty designed art for weddings. So I thought I could make some sweets just for people for a wedding as well. Yeah. And now I have about 600 subscribers. Hopefully in the next couple of months I will reach 888 subscribers. Then I'll do a giveaway. Yeah, free giveaway. the idea is like, so many YouTubers have done that as well. But this will be my first free giveaway. Once I reached 888, so 888 abordnet Deutsch. Anyway, I'll do a free giveaway. Maybe some of these pastries. I'll also make some mushroom shaped sweets. They're pretty small, so I probably do one subscriber in North America and one in Asia and one in whole Europe. So probably three of all my subscribers, and then I'll ship these sweets and pastries out to the winners of my free giveaway contest. So I don't know, I don't get that question. Swamped with others. I don't know. I think I just try something new, see if it works, because my husband, he has 2 channels. One is probably about 2 years now, and the other a bit shorter than mine. My channel is also more than 1 year, probably 1 year and a month old. And I started making videos pretty regularly for about 6 months, I would say. Yeah, after I finished my Deutsche course, and I started making regularly YouTube videos. But I've seen also other people who start making videos and then one of their videos somehow interestingly got picked up by YouTube and ranked really high and referred to like millions of people. Quickly this video got 1 million views, probably not, half a million views, and their subscriber numbers would quickly go up as well. So it will have a steadily grow for a period of time, probably 1 to 2 years. And during that time, there's one of their videos pivot and goes quickly bigger. So it hasn't really happened to my channel yet, but hopefully it happens. And it happened to one of my friends' YouTube channel, and it happened to my husband's YouTube channel. And I could see it's probably going to happen, but I don't know when it's going to happen. And when it happens, I want my channel to be perfectly prepared to grow. And right now, I think it's still missing few pieces. And hopefully with this Etsy shop and more promotion on Facebook and more videos every week, I'll be able to have a chance to see that coming as well. I know. Really have to be patient with YouTube. Okay, I don't know what's the temperature now in Canada or in North America. Probably it's not really cold. Oh no, probably it's really cold. One or the other. But Germany is 100% colder as Australia. And the summer is really short. It goes like really long winter with a really kind of long summer and long autumn and spring. Then the temperature could go really hot in summer, but really short Okay. Right now, nine minus 9 degrees. That's crazy. I think the perfect temperature for me is between 20 to 30. I know it's pretty hot and really huge range, but I would say winter in Sydney, the winter is really mild, so never below 10 degree, and that's perfect for me. I think for girls who enjoy wearing short skirts, light clothing going out, and in Deutschland it's not possible because it's really cold and cloudy most of the time. Today is actually half sunny right now. The sunlight is coming in. You could probably see I have 2 windows here. Obviously I use 2 lights for filming, but the sunlight's coming in. That's nice. And our apartments really don't get lots of sunlight because of the building is relatively close to each other. But anyway, so I really the worst thing the only thing I could really not stand in Deutschland is the weather and sometimes the people. And I have to say the people is particularly in shops. So a couple of weeks ago I made a video about how I tried to film a vlog in a McDonald's next our apartment, just probably 100 meters away, and I didn't try to film anybody, and I'm not trying to film their faces. I just trying to film my food. So there was a deal fish burger, Olio fish in McDonald's for €2. So I bought 6 of them, so I wanted to do a mukbang for you guys. And I filmed my burgers. Then the manager caught me and said I shouldn't film. It's not allowed, not in the shop, not film the food or the people working there anyway. Minus 20. I can't stand minus 20. I would just stay at home all day long if it's minus 20. But anyway, so that happened. She called the police. I didn't want to delete my videos because I thought I didn't violate anybody's privacy. I'm just filming my burger, and I really wanted to keep those videos just for editing later, to add in my videos. A bit of outdoor as well, not just in the apartment all the time. But the police came and blah blah blah. You probably have known from my last video. So that happened, and it happens all the time when I'm living here. So last time when I was in DM, if you don't know DM, it's like a druggery store, like a chemist. If you're living in Australia, you know, a chemist warehouse, similar like these kind of shops. And the person working there I can understand they probably get really low paid, like a mini job here in Deutschland for €400 a month. It's really not enough to support a family, and they have to work for long hours. I get all that, but their attitude is always really rude, very violent towards foreigners. That's a general feel of mine after living here for more than 2 years. And the other thing, yeah, so the police pretty much trying to blame me for everything, pretty much saying, well, he didn't say it in my face, but everything he said pretty much is saying, you are a foreigner, you don't understand law in Deutschland. And I could understand that. But this weekend it happened again, and we were shopping in shopping mall in Deutschland, Einkaufszentrum. So it's a really big shopping mall. You go in, there are many different shops, but you go one checkout. So there are many shops, there's only one checkout. So it's Einkaufszentrum. So, and there was a kind of some tiny stones I bought just to decorate my shelves, and it was on sale. It clearly marked on the label says it's 95 cents, and it's cheap. I understand it's cheap. The original price probably €4. Right now it's 95 cents. So I wanted to buy two, one for my mother-in-law and one for me. And when we went to the checkout, the machine read the barcode and came up 99 cents. So I asked my husband, did I read it wrong? Is it 99 cents? And then they're going to add the two package together to and end up the correct price, because it happens sometimes when they do a sale, they will show you the original price, but then at the bottom they would do a minus and just to deduct the price, so we'll have a total correctly. So I asked my husband, and then my husband answer me was, are you not going to buy it? If it's 99 cents, are you still going to buy it? Obviously I'm going to buy it, but I don't want to have a incorrect price. So that's kind of just for me it's not correct. So my Deutsch sometimes is not really so good, but I could ask if the price was wrong, but my husband asked for me saying why is price is incorrect, and she just answered me ridiculously. She said the price was on the label was not 99 cents, it was not 95 cents, it was €2.95, and now it's discounted and it's 99 cents. So okay, I could understand that, but it's everybody, even children from kindergarten could read that was a 0, wasn't a 2. So even though I paid firstly 99 cents, but I don't want to pay 99 cents, if that makes sense. So I went to one floor up and asked the cashier saying the price is wrong. And what's worse was she answered me with, it is wrong, but you have to ask the manager. So I don't know if just because of me, because I'm a foreigner, so they can just play me around in the shopping mall, walk around. So I went to the manager, she said, but then you have to go to the cashier. I can't change the price for you. You have to go to the cashier. So I went back to the cashier, and she said, but I don't have a card. Only the manager has a card. So is that a typical customer service in Deutschland? When they made a mistake, when the price is incorrect, I have to walk 10 times between two people just to get my, how many cents? 8 cents back. And I know it sounds ridiculous, maybe for many people 8 cents is nothing, maybe you could just walk away, but it bothered me a lot, because people doing that, they would not do this to Deutsch, I think, or maybe they would, but they made it really difficult for me as a foreigner living here to live a comfortable life. Okay, anyway, my last bite. Okay. And a few of you have asked me about my weight. One person wrote a comment on one of my videos saying I look like he could break me easily or something similar like that. And I really don't have a weight problem. Maybe a long time ago when I reached puberty, I was kind of heavy for about 1 or 2 years, but I wasn't really heavy for so I didn't have any health problems because of my weight. Neither overweight or underweight. Although if I check my, is it BMI number? I forgot how it's called. But if you if I put in my height and my weight into the formula, it does come out underweight. But I think the standard is not really for Asians, I have to say that, because my weight is totally and completely healthy for a Asian woman. And I know in North America the average size for women is size 10, and here in Deutschland it's size 36 maybe. I'm really not very clear with the size system here, but so in Deutschland I can't really get any clothes because they always tend to too big. I always have to buy extra small, so not small, it has to be extra small, not because I'm too skinny, because I'm too small. If I'm going to buy clothes in Deutschland, I always just check out the size first. If they have extra small, I'll give it a try, and most of the time they don't have the size for me. And it's a completely different story in China. When I want to buy something, I have to look for medium, because the size is really small in China. Obviously there are people heavier than me, but also a lot more people skinnier than me. Do I eat a lot? I don't eat a lot. No, I just eat until I'm full, and I eat until I'm comfortable. And I never really, okay, for about 1 or 2 years back in the uni in China, I tried to do a diet, because after high school my weight just out of control. There were many reasons, because I was under a lot of pressure and stressed out all the time, and stay awake very late. That's also one of the reasons. So after that, when I went to uni, I tried a bit of diet, but it didn't really help me, and I really didn't like it. So I just start eating normal, healthy. I don't even really think, I just know I have to eat some carbs, veggie, meat, fruits. So I try to eat all that every day. I get enough protein and everything. I'm not really calculating how much calorie I'm eating today or tomorrow, or planning the whole year. I eat, if you see some of my vlogs, you could see I never try not to eat, and probably the portion in Deutschland is really a bit too big for me. Similar like in North America when I visit the US about how many years ago, a long time ago, and I went to Chinatown. I went to Chinatown in LA by myself. Yeah, it was pretty late. There was the only shop open on that day, so I went to a Chinese restaurant and I ordered stir-fried noodle, kind of like a Cantonese style kind of noodle, and it came out so big I couldn't imagine how could anybody finish it, and I could only finish a quarter of it, and that was a bit sad. So anyway, it's a similar story in Deutschland. If you go out eat in a restaurant, the portion is always too big and always too salty for me, and so I always just eat probably 3/4 is the whole thing, 3/4 of the portion, and then give the rest to my husband. And when I eat, I never trying to choose things which has low calorie. I always just eat normal, whatever I want to eat. And there's nothing I really don't eat except okay, there is nothing I really don't eat, but there's things I don't like to eat. For example, capsicums, carrots, that's about it. And sometimes some kind of cheese, sometimes they don't smell really good, and I didn't grow up with cheese. That's another reason I don't tend to eat them. If I have something else to eat, I prefer not to eat cheese, except blue cheese. That's a weird thing. Even the blue cheese are really smelly, but it's kind of attentive smell. Anyway, so it's completely different. So my diet is completely different compared to Deutsch. They eat lots of chocolate and eat lots of sausages. And they don't really cook that often. So they will call a meal either warm or cold. So if it's warm, you cook it. If it's cold, it could also be a meal. You're just not cooking it. For example, you buy some bread and toast and sausages, and you make a salad. That's a cold meal, which is really easy for working families. But I tend to avoid that. Also because it's almost 1 hour, not yet. No, it wasn't family style noodle I had. It was for one person. I think, I hope so. Maybe it's for a whole family. Could be. But the price was kind of relatively cheap if it's for a whole family to share. But anyway, so when we just came back to Deutschland, we lived with my mother-in-laws, so my in-laws, for about a year. And that's really the time when I had a underweight problem. So my weight was around 45 kilogram. Right now I'm about 44 kilogram, which is normal for me, and I have been staying on this level for a long time. And but when we came here, my in-laws they don't cook in the evening, so they always having cold meal for dinner, and it's always bread, salad, or some smoked pork, smoked fish. So it's nothing to say they're not tasty. They're really tasty, and they're really healthy. So salad with tomato, cucumber, onions, some beetroot. So it's the kind of things they would eat. And really healthy. Like nobody would say they are unhealthy, but I couldn't eat a lot because I'm not used to that kind of diet. Because of that, I lost probably 5 kilograms within a year, and that's the time when I really had a little bit of weight problem because I was getting too skinny, and that was also the time when we just moved to Kassel and we started living by ourselves, and I started cooking and I started making YouTube videos. And the first few videos you probably could see I was pretty skinny because that's the time when I was only 80, so 40 kilogram, and for my height it was a bit skinny, but I don't think I was sick or anything. I just a tiny little bit underweight. I know, isn't it? And that's one thing in Deutschland. I lost lots of weight, but in America, I went for a holiday for about a month. Was even a bit longer than a month. So I was traveling by myself, visiting my family members, relatives who are living there, and in America I ate lots of fast food. I realized even though I was completely not full, so I feel comfortable, but the calorie is a lot higher as a regular diet. So I gained 5 kilograms within, is it 5 or 3, maybe 3 kilograms, but I gained a lot within a month. And people told me because the sugar they use in America are from corns, and I don't know if you're familiar with this, but in China the sugar is from sugar cane, so the kind of really long vegetables, plants, so really long plants looking like a bamboo, but it's filled with sugar, so the sugar is from there. And here in Deutschland the sugar is from a kind of like a root plants, and if you go in a dorf, in a village, and they have farm, very often they grow that, and they're just looking like a, I don't know, like a reddish, but sugar is from there. And I was told the sugar in America is from corn, and corn has a lot higher calorie than from sugar cane. And also the animals, cow, chicken, whatever, they are fed on corns. So pretty much people are eating corns all day long, and that could affect, so could make people getting fat, again, weight really quickly. So it's really a girl problem. Weight is always a problem for girls. It's not that a big problem for guys. So, but ironically, I don't really do a lot of sports. I don't know. I love going out. So I love travel, but I hate sports. I could force myself to go out and run a couple of kilometers, and but I really hate it. If I go to a gym, I'll do yoga, but I'll never really do weights, if that makes sense. But I could. My husband and I, we travel a lot, and when we were traveling, we would completely rely on our 2 legs. So we walk a lot. If it's possible to walk, we walk instead of taking public transport or taxi. So our last trip in Hamburg, the second day, the whole day I walked 29,000, something like that, steps. I don't know how you calculate into how many meters or miles. I have that app on my phone, so I just calculated how many steps. And when we are last time visiting Macau, if you visited Macau before, you know, it's similar to Las Vegas, so it has lots of casinos and huge buildings, crazy, but each casino is quite far away from each other, so they look like they're super close because they are huge. But when you actually walk to the next one, it takes ages to reach because it's just too far away. But somehow we walked 30 kilometers on that day. In fact, I have to ask my husband, but we walked a lot, and I don't know if it's healthy. It's probably not healthy, and don't do it. We just tend to walk a lot on holiday, and I always complain that I don't want to walk so much. And every single time when we go somewhere, we still keep walking. I think it's probably not the problem of my husband or my brother-in-law. It's probably me. But we walk a lot. Same like when we are in Hong Kong. Yeah. So my cousins living in Hong Kong, and when we visit Hong Kong for New Year, we just walk so much, and my cousin couldn't keep up with me. And I think that's actually a thing for Deutsch are famous or well known for being hiking lovers. They hike a lot. They will, especially a bit older, elderly, and they will go on a holiday to the Schwarzwald, Black Forest, or somewhere to go hiking. And I know it sounds boring for some people, but it's I actually enjoy hiking a lot. It doesn't have to be in the mountains, could also just in the city. It's always fun to walk around instead of taking public transport. And for me, it makes a lot more sense because when we were walking, I could also film a lot and eat all the time when I want to, and I could orient. Anyway, I could know the directions better than taking trains or subways. That's funny why you asked me. Is it because I'm having some liquors behind me? But I'm really bad. I don't drink. It's not like I completely do not drink. So people say they keep dry for 2 years. They before were alcoholic and then decided not to drink anymore. I'm not like that. I don't drink. If people offer me alcohol now, I would say no, because I can't drink. I think I'm having this typical Asian genes in my body. When I'm drinking, it's not that enjoyable. Like most of people, I'll get rashes. Like my skin will get red, my face will completely red. I'll get headache and I want to puke and vomit. It's not pleasant. That's the reason I try not to drink. But if there's no other things to drink, I'll drink alcohol as well. So I'll drink beer as well in Deutschland. So Deutschland has I personally think Deutsche beer, real beer. So they might not taste so much better as beer from any other countries, but they're real beer. When I was doing language school here in Kassel, the teacher told me back in how many years I forgot, and the first Lebensmittelgericht, so the food law, so they actually written in law what makes a beer, a real beer. And from that day, German beer, doesn't matter which brand you get, they always make based on this law. So it's this kind of plants. I don't know how it's like flower, but it's growing like they're farming a lot in Deutschland, this kind of plants, and they harvest them to make beer. And the beer in Deutschland really is just this kind of plants and water and maybe something else, I forgot. But really the main ingredients is this kind of plant, the beer flower. On the other hand, if you try other beer, so Mexican beer or Australian beer or a lot of Asian beer, they are not using this kind of plants. They use different kind of grains, corns, rice, any other kind of things, which makes a slightly different taste. I wouldn't say Deutsche beer tastes a lot better, but if you are not using beer flour to make beer, it's hard to say it's beer. It's real beer. Although it tastes like beer, it's probably, by definition, it's not real beer. And Deutsche beer is, how to say, has a rich flavor. So I'm not an expert in beer, and I believe most of the people are not expert, even though they drink beer every day, but hardly anybody could tell which one is good beer, which one is cheap beer. Actually, they did a test on TV a few months ago. Yes, hops, exactly. So that's what it is, and people can't tell. Even they sell beer, so a bar owner or a beer expert couldn't tell which beer is the really good quality expensive beer, which is just a cheap beer from grocery store. And so do I drink beer? Yes. Do I drink a lot? Not at all. And my in-laws, they drink a lot. They drink vodka. Is it pronounced correctly? Vodka. And they make vodka mixed with fruits as well. Making a mix with apple, make an apple liquor with peach, and they grow some apple trees in the garden as well. So and quitten, if you know what kind of fruit it is. So they mix fruits with vodka to make a liquor and they drink that as well. And when we visit our in-law, they would every lunch. So Sunday lunch definitely has to have liqueur. So it's apple flavored or peach flavored or any kind of fruit flavored vodka. And so this one shot is probably a lot less than a standard one drink, and I'll get drunk from that. You could tell I can't drink. So I wouldn't say I don't drink it, but I wouldn't drink a lot to get drunk, because it's not healthy. And what else? Camping. Do I go camping? I have never done that. Even though I like hiking, I always do a day trip or go somewhere and live in sleep over in a hotel. Never really sleep in a tent before, and I don't know if I could do that, because I love bed. I can't sleep without a comfortable bed. And but my in-laws, they do a lot of campings. They used to have a trailer house, is that how you call it? So camp car. They could drive anywhere they want, and they cook, and they sleep in the camp as well. I think all over Europe you can get this kind of camps, and you can drive your car there, you can park there, and they have shower, electricity, you can plug your car in there, and you can cook. I want to do that, but probably not now. Maybe as well when we have kids and we couldn't go really far away, taking the kids, take airplane, it's just awful. So maybe when we reach that stage we will do camping, but I have never really slept in a tent before. It's interesting. There are a few things I have never done before, and I would want to give it a try. Camping is one of them, and as well as skiing. And I'll try to convince my husband to bring me to one of those resorts to go skiing. But it's getting a lot warmer now in Deutschland. I don't know if we can actually do it this year. But nothing's better than camping. Then I have to give it a try then. The other thing is hunting. I don't really want to kill any animals, but we enjoy maybe going to woods and enjoy a bit of wild nature. But I don't really want to kill any animals. But I want to do it. Maybe shoot a gun. I've never done that. I had a chance maybe back in the days when we were living in Australia, and it's not that difficult to get a license. I just didn't get time to do that. That's one of the things I have never done, and I would wish I could try it. Just to experience it, to understand it, why it's so fascinating. What's the other things I want to do? And obviously scuba diving. We have done lots of snorkeling back in the days, and scuba is always a bit, I don't know, I don't feel really comfortable. I'm not completely comfortable underwater, but I want to give it a try. So that's a few things. And that's the thing, like in Australia, all these things are so easily, you can do anytime you want, and you just need to pay. That's like a couple of $100, maybe more than a couple of $100, but you will be able to do it. In Deutschland, it's a bit more difficult. I don't know if that's available. I think we were a lot more active when we were living in Australia. In Deutschland, just becoming a little bit too homey. But we will change that. So I've never slept in a sleeping bag neither. I think I don't know if that's hygiene enough actually. And then you're trapped in a small bag. I don't know if I could do that, but we'll see. Okay, now it's exactly 1 hour. Now is 9 minutes after 2 o'clock, so 2:09. My computer is almost died. And luckily I plugged my iPad into PowerPoint, so it's still surviving. So I'm just going to wrap this up. What kind of YouTube video you like? I enjoy watching. There are a few YouTubers I really like. I mean, honestly, there are so many hundreds, thousands, if not millions, YouTubers out there, and some people I just don't like. I dislike some of the YouTubers, but I'm not going to say who they are, even though they're so big and so famous and everybody loves them. But I try not to watch their videos, even though their titles or thumbnails are interesting, but I know the inhalt, so the video probably is not going to meet the expectations, so I don't watch them. Anyway, so who are my best favorite YouTubers? I like Kai, because if you know, he's from Digital Beheisted? I forgot, but he does reviews on cameras, and I like his videos. Maybe one of the reasons because he's Asian, and I find his videos are interesting. He always like to make some awkward jokes, a bit like my husband. I always like make some really awkward and not so funny, but also a tiny bit of funny jokes. And his reviews are very sincere. I find really helpful. I just like some tech related videos which could help me to improve my videos as well. So I watch quite a few of that. And for cooking videos, before I start my cooking videos, I watch a lot of cooking videos. And since I start making my own channel, I tend to watch smaller YouTubers videos. I don't know why, but during the older times I watch a lot of cooking with dogs because I love Asian Japanese cooking. So hello Jake, hello. So I'm surprised you have time. Anyway, so where I was, yes, cooking videos, cooking with dogs, not dogs. And but they don't really produce that many videos anymore after Francis passed away, and I don't know what's going on with their channel, but they don't upload that frequently. That's another reason I'm not watching that often anymore, but used to be one of my favorites. And recently I'm getting interested in Mexican food. I think because my husband, when he studied in the US, and Mexican food really he really enjoyed the Mexican food, so I thought I will give it a try. And recently I'm watching some Rocking Robin, that's her name. So I want to find the authentic Mexican food, not just some people cooking Mexican food, if that makes sense. And she has a pretty good channel, and she cook really good Mexican food. And her dad had a Mexican food restaurant. I think her recipes are good, and she looks really pleasant. I watched her videos quite a lot last week. And lots of Asian channels. For example, there were one couple living in Japan, and themselves, the husband, or maybe the guy teach Japanese, and the girl is Japanese. So I think most of the YouTubers living in Tokyo has such an advantage, because just so many interesting things happening in Japan, in Tokyo. It's a huge city. Always, you can just find a fascinating, interesting things all the time. So I find that's interesting. And there's one YouTuber making makeup videos in Australia. I forgot her name, but I started changing a little bit how I do my makeup from her videos. So I watch her videos as well, but she's from Australia. So what else? I find that Chinese and Japanese cooking are easy, so not many ingredients and easy to follow. And Japanese food always tastes good, and they always look pretty as well. Indian food is a bit difficult. I'm trying to follow a few, but they just use too many herbs, and it's hard for me to follow, to find all the ingredients and to cook, and they always look like a pot of mashed up things. And as well as I don't really cook that often. If I cook curry, I'll cook Japanese curry. And but I always watch some Indian cooking videos just to show my support. I think I watch smaller YouTubers because I'm one of them and I want to support them. And I think if you are small, you tend to make efforts what you're going to film and how you're presenting it. If you are larger YouTubers, you tend to follow the routine, the format you always do, and which is successful, and sometimes gets a little bit boring. I know in Deutschland, I don't know, I think in Spain it's easier. I'm so jealous because when we visit Barcelona a couple years ago. Oh, the seafood, crazy, and the price amazing. And look at Deutschland. There's not many seafood. My husband didn't even like sushi because when he grew up, he didn't eat many fish because that's just not that common in Deutschland. They eat pork, and they love pork. I love fish. It's completely the opposite, and it's so expensive in Deutschland. So I'm so jealous. I wish we were living in Spain. But anyway, Jade, I have to go because this video have started an hour ago and it's more than an hour now. So if it's possible, I will make another video on Thursday, but tomorrow and the day after I'll make cooking videos. I have a huge plan on making this pastry, Chinese pastries for my ST shop at the C shop. That's a funny name. Anyway, so I want to finish that 2 or 3 videos before I'm making another live stream. So if I can't do a live stream this Thursday, I'll do next Thursday. But right now, since the sound is okay, even though it's a microphone from my iPad and the picture looks also okay, I have to clean up my bag here and makes the picture a bit nicer. But I don't use Instagram. I find it's silly because I try to grow my Instagram account and I realized all I got was just ads, and I don't like ads. I don't want people like my picture just because they want to send me some ads. So I really stopped updating my Instagram. But I'll email you, I'll text you my Instagram for sure after this live stream. Okay, so now I'm getting a bit more people on the live chat, but time is almost over. Maybe next time I'll do a bit longer, maybe from 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. Maybe that would work better. I know, but I don't see. I got promoted from Instagram, but more I got sold on Instagram. And it's from Facebook. I'm not really a big fan of Facebook. I feel like they're just trying to using their users to sell stuff. But anyway, okay, so see you guys. Hopefully you will see my cooking videos tomorrow. I will put up this tofu recipes later today or tomorrow, and yeah, I'll try to upload every day if that's possible. So see ya. Now I just don't know how to close this. See ya.